Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here on ZSN. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers and free agency. It's the third day of free agency. So, guys, I want to get into all your thoughts and your opinions and your anger and your frustration about the Los Angeles Lakers and Rob Pelinka and what he's been doing so far in free agency. But before anything, like always, please be sure to like this live stream. Of course, follow me all across social media: Facebook, Instagram, X. I'm also on TikTok and Threads as well. So if you haven't yet, please follow me there all over social media. The links will be in the description of this live stream. So you guys check me out on social media and be in the know. Hit that notification bell and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. And without further ado, let's get right into it. And you see the title of the video: what's going on with the Los Angeles or the Lakers free agency. It's just so frustrating so far. It's the third day of free agency, and most of the players that the Lakers wanted to target and try to lure to join the Lakers basically decided to not come to the Lakers, and it has to do with you know what the GM is doing. That is Rob Pelinka. It's just so frustrating how things are just not going the Lakers' way at this particular moment. And this is the question I want to put out there for every single one of you. What is going? Oh, sorry, I forgot to put the on in there. What's going on with the Lakers? I mean, it's just at this point, it's just a sad moment, that we're witnessing when it comes to this Lakers team. It's just, why is it nothing happening? When it comes down to it, I mean, it's just, you know, sorry, I got to try to fix something real quick. Sorry about that. What's, what is, sorry guys. There we go. So with that, I mean, you know, why isn't the Lakers doing something about this? I mean, they're not changing the Lakers, like, their free agency, like, targets, sorry guys, I'm trying to change the name of my questioning so it can make sense. So bear with me for a moment. There we go. What is going on with the there we go. Hopefully this helps. Okay, there we go. So for all of you who are watching this, sorry for this for the delay, but what is going on with the Lakers? That's the question now. I mean, it is just frustrating so far that the Lakers are making some disappointing decisions and taking their time, and it's just, the more time you wait, the more free agents will potentially, the Lakers will lose. And the number one target now, since Klay went to the Mavs now, after taking less, and it's so ridiculous to the point that the Lakers are just taking their sweet time when it comes to making decisions, because there's a deadline when it comes to LeBron. LeBron basically told Rob Pelinka and the Lakers organization is that, I'll take a pay cut. Just go out there, get somebody that I want to help us win and compete in the Western Conference. That's basically what he's doing now. What he's doing now with the Lakers. And it's just, at this point, I don't know what to say. I mean, it's just a disappointing moment for Rob Pelinka. And, his job is on the line. His job is on the line here. And the fact that he's taking his sweet time, not getting the right moves and making the right decisions, and, swaying free agents to come join the Lakers. I mean, it's just, and especially when it comes to trades. I mean, you need to make some cap space to bring in some players in. Right now, I just looked at the roster. I mean, the Lakers have almost now 14 players on the roster. That's including the draftees that we drafted a couple of days ago. So, it is a situation where, you have to, make some trades to improve the roster. And so far, Rob Pelinka hasn't done his job yet. It's just a disappointing situation where, the Lakers and Rob Pelinka are just not getting stuff done when it comes down to it. So Just got a comment here from Nathaniel. Welcome to the live stream. I really appreciate you joining. Um, as a diehard Laker fan, I'm disappointed we missed out on Klay. Yeah, I mean, I personally I didn't really think this was an idea target going into free agency before LeBron made his decision for taking a willing to take a pay cut with the Lakers. But since that happened, the expectations was okay, go after Klay now. You know, since we have the money, we have the cap space. I mean, the fact that the Lakers offered Klay Thompson I think it was like 4-year deal, $80 million, and he turned that down just to go join the Mavs. I mean, didn't the story of your dad playing for the Lakers, working with the Lakers as an announcer or an analyst, and then you have the history aspect of you being a fan as a Laker fan growing up. I mean, we saw your baby picture wearing a Lakers gear, and didn't that sway you coming to the Lakers? I mean, I don't. I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure at this point, and it's just the fact that the Warriors did not accept the Lakers' offer when it comes to trade wise. I mean, it's just that right there alone tells me that it did not sway him to the point that he wanted to join the Lakers. I mean, what is it because of the taxes of Texas? Because of you get more money in the deal than the Lakers will give you because of the taxes reasons. I mean, maybe that played a big reason of that, but it's just because of that. This is where we're at right now, and the only player that's legit can really help us when it comes to improving the roster or improving this team well is DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan is the only guy that's out there. And, for me, going into free agency before LeBron made his decision of declining and taking a pay cut to help the Lakers out, I kind of wanted the Lakers to go after DeMar DeRozan, you know, go after DeMar DeRozan on the potential, um, you know, pairing of LeBron and Anthony Davis. And, he was willing to, compromise with the Lakers and join the Lakers. He said he would even take a pay cut to join the Lakers. So why isn't that happening right now? And why isn't he potentially being a Laker right now? I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's the reports out there that the Lakers did talk to his to Lamar's agent, and they're in communications right now. And I think the idea is the Lakers want to give him a 1-year deal. And I'm like, don't start with that. I mean, offer him the idea of we really want you. I mean, we're pivoting to you now. We want you now. I mean, it's always been you, DeMar. So, I mean, why isn't that happening? Why is he signed yet? I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's just is he still looking for better opportunities out there? I mean, the fact that the Clippers, I don't want to say they're doing better than us because they Paul George left and he joined the Philadelphia 76ers. So I'm not saying the Clippers are doing better than us, but they're making some moves. They're signing players. They're trading. I don't know if they trade anybody yet, but they're making moves. And then you have the Warriors. I mean, yeah, they that makes some significant moves, but they made some trades and obviously traded Klay to the Mavs. So you have that. Then you have the New Orleans Pelicans who got DeJounte Murray, and it's just the West is getting much better, and the Lakers are just staying where they're at right now with the current roster that they had from last season. That's what it is right now. I mean, the only players that are not on the roster is Spencer Dinwiddie and Torian Prince. That's the only two players that are not on the current roster right now, and the rest are players that the Lakers brought back because they accepted their player options. LeBron is obviously going to join the Lakers. I mean, regardless if he takes a pay cut or gets the max. But this is an opportunity, as I mentioned, for Rob Pelinka to take this opportunity give to give somebody a contract that LeBron is willing to take a pay cut for. So you have that. Then you have the trade aspect also. I mean, like I said, go back to what I was saying. I mean, the trade aspects of him getting some help for LeBron and this Lakers team to compete in the Western Conference is also another priority. I mean, there's trades out there that's really realistic. I mean, one of them is Brook Lopez. I mean, I know he's up there in age, but just 2 years ago, he was ranked second as as a candidate for Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, sure, he's not the same guy that he used to. He's 35 years old, but he can still contribute. I mean, the guy can grab rebounds, can defend, protect the rim. I mean, and he can still shoot at the stage of his career. So at age 35, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. And same goes with DeMar DeRozan. I mean, he's up about 35, 34 years old, but he can still score for you. I mean, those are just perfect fits for the Los Angeles Lakers when it comes down to it. I mean, I really believe so. And the fact that nothing has happened yet is just very questionable. And Rob Pelinka's job is on the line when it comes down to it. And I'm really hoping that he just does something very, very soon, because it's just getting very ridiculous at this particular moment for the Lakers and for their free agency, or their start of free agency when it comes down to it. So, and I just hope it happens today. I want something to happen today. This is the third day of free agency, and it's just nothing has happened yet. And the fact that he is just, not, Rob Pelinka's not doing anything right now and is taking his sweet time is just ridiculous at this point. And his job is on the line now. I'm really calling for Jeannie to really take her feelings to a side and really focus on the Lakers organization and say, what's better for us? A competent GM, or somebody that is just your friend and you love so much, and it's just you want to just ruin your franchise that way just to keep a guy that you just appreciate so much because of Kobe. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, obviously loyalty matters when it comes to the Lakers organization, but it's like, there's a limit. There's a limit now. So, I just hope that Jeannie Buss really considers, if it takes this long and not a lot of moves happens. Like, okay, if Rob Pelinka gets DeMar DeRozan and Brook Lopez, or maybe if they go trade for Markkanen or something, or I would love if they do that. If they get Markkanen, I mean, it'll be an amazing move, and that'll be a redemption for Rob Pelinka. But if he doesn't do that and just gets DeMar DeRozan and maybe Brook Lopez, or maybe Jeremy Grant or something, I mean, if you go that route, obviously it will be a redemption moment for Rob Pelinka, but still, his job is really on the line going into this season. So, just stay tuned for that. I mean, that is a potential idea for what's going to happen for Rob Pelinka at beginning until the end of this next season. So, and my advice through Jeannie and the Lakers organization is to look at Bob Myers, former GM and president of basketball operations for the Warriors, who is a brilliant GM. And if you want to look for a good replacement, look at him, because he is a good choice for the Lakers when it comes down to it. So, so yeah, I mean, that's my frustration. That was my rant. I'm going to read some of your guys' comments, and let's just get right into it. So, also from Nathaniel, our front office has to get it together, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, for sure. And I speak for all Laker fans, including myself. I'm speaking it too, is that Rob Pelinka just needs to get something done. I mean, all teams around us is doing a lot of improvements to their roster. Why are we still staying the same roster that we have, and just not making any moves to better the team and be competitive in the Western Conference? Because nothing has changed. Nothing has changed when it comes to the Western Conference. They're getting better, and the Lakers at this point are like sixth, seventh, or maybe no, actually no, my fault. No, they're like the seventh seed. They're still remain with the seventh seed because that's what they were last season. So, when you look at what the situation is, the Lakers have to really consider what they have to do to improve this team. And Rob Pelinka is just, just having his hands in his pocket at this particular moment now, when it comes down to it. So they have to get their act together. They have to really get their act together, and hopefully Rob Pelinka finds something that will redeem him because of the delays of not making moves because we're in the third day of free agency and nothing has happened. So maybe he's waiting on a potential big move that could potentially happen. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's really getting into conversations with potential GMs. I don't know, like with the Jazz for marketing or something, or maybe the Portland Trailblazers, who we haven't traded with as a partner for never. We never did. So you have that in play when it comes to like Jeremy Grant and Robert Williams as a potential. What I've been hearing for the past couple of days when I go live like this, we have some really good conversations. And somebody brought up Jeremy Grant and uh, Robert Williams. I'm not sure if there was like a trade idea out there that's why most people want that to happen. But I know Jeremy Grant was in the conversation, but he is a potential um, target for the Lakers to do in a trade scenario. But he's out there. So, but there's also some others still available. I mean, you have Buddy Hield who's still available, who I think shooting wise will help the Lakers out, but when it comes to scoring, I mean, he can give you like 15 to 18 points per game, but it's just not to the extent of what DeMar DeRozan brings you when it comes to scoring, when it comes to shoot. Not no, sorry, let me take the shooting out because I saw his record as a shooter. He's a horrible shooter. I mean, he shot like 29-30% from the three. I mean, that's just horrible right there as part of his for his career. So, but scoring, he can give you 25 points per game. I mean, the guy is just a consistent shooter. No scorer, excuse me, for the Los Angeles for his career. So when it comes down to it, but I think he'll be great for the Los Angeles Lakers if he joins. Carry the load off for LeBron when it comes to the shooting. So you have that for sure. But yeah, for sure, they have to get their act together without a doubt. At this point, I'm ready for our Lakers Summer League and my uh, New England Patriots coming up. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm looking forward to the Summer League too. I want to see what Bronny James will bring to the table, and also Dalton Connect. His shooting is going to be very helpful for the Lakers, especially coming off the bench for us. He's NBA ready for me when it comes down to it, so he can contribute to the Lakers right away. But Bronny James, I want to see how he develops and see how his skill set is, because you never know. I mean, combine is one thing, showing your skill set, and just a couple of games in college doesn't really show you a lot. I mean, what really matters is what the summer league is, because you're also playing with G League players, and some players are in their second year in in the NBA. So I want to see how Bronny James plays in that particular level, and you never know. Maybe he obviously will have a role on the Lakers roster because we're going to see the first time ever of the father son duo. So in the NBA, so we will potentially see that happening for LeBron James and Bronny James going into next season. So we're looking forward to that. Uh, I'm a Denver Broncos fan, so I really not really. I mean, I'm looking forward to the season, but we have a rookie quarterback, and it's just we'll see if he lives up to the hype. I'm not so much into the hype of what he brings to the table, but I just want to see what he can obviously do for my Denver Broncos. But there's not a lot of expectations for my Denver Broncos in my opinion. But really miss football for sure. But I just don't know at this point. So, but yeah, that's my take on that. But yeah, we'll see. Mark, welcome to the live stream. Really appreciate you joining. First time hoping on your live. Yeah, I really appreciate you joining. I really do. Let's read some more what you have to say. Uh, how much do you think Klay to Dallas is on Klay's decision, or the Golden State Warriors does not want to send to the Lakers? Maybe not taking the salary is the thing, but I don't think that's the deal breaker. I mean, for me, it was because the Lakers were offered him more. I mean, he gave him like what was like a 4-year deal, 80 million, and the fact that the opportunity for you to play for your for the team you grew up and your father played for. I mean, that was the whole idea and the aspects of him, joining the Lakers at that particular moment. So I really felt that it was his decision, and he and maybe, and I'm not sure, maybe maybe LeBron talking to him maybe kind of swayed him or something. I mean, not swayed him enough, because I heard that Klay also tried to recruit him as well. No, sorry, Kyrie Irving tried to sway him too to join the Dallas Mavericks. So both players kind of played a big role in the recruiting process, but it's just at this point, and I kind of thought about it now. I mean, maybe the whole tax thing kind of played a big role, because there's no state income tax for in Dallas, in Texas. So that kind of also maybe played a big role of him guaranteeing his contract compared to the Lakers. So I don't know, maybe that played a big role in that too. But the decisions, I think the whole time had to do with the contracts. I mean, Klay really wanted to get paid because the Warriors were not going to pay him. And the fact that the Warriors did not want to trade to the Lakers, I mean, that also maybe played a big role in that as well. So the fact that they didn't want the Lakers to be better than them. So that kind of also played a big role in that as well. So, um, but yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I mean, that can also played a big role in that too. So, um, but think about it. I mean, maybe the Lakers gave him a really good offer. I mean, they just didn't want D'Angelo Russell. They didn't want that whole D'Angelo Russell fiasco again. So that kind of also maybe played a big role in that as well. So, which is kind of stupid, because D'Angelo Russell can still give you some scoring, can give you some shooting, can really help out Steph Curry in that particular area. But obviously they didn't want that type of experience again. Now there is some rumors out there that the Brooklyn Nets wants D'Angelo Russell back in Brooklyn. So maybe a 3-team trade could potentially happen between the Chicago Bulls and for DeMar DeRozan. So that could be a possibility that a 3-team trade could potentially happen for the Lakers. But we just have to wait and see about that. But you know, they just didn't want that. The Warriors didn't want the whole D'Lo experience again. So that kind of also played a big role in that as well. But the fact that the Warriors only accepted 2 second-round picks, kind of, if it was the other way around, I think the Lakers would have gave up first-round pick instead of second-round selection. I mean, they would have fleeced the Lakers, in my opinion. But I guess you could say I'm glad they did not trade for Klay, but at the same time, I really wanted Klay to join the Lakers. But it is what it is. Now we have to focus on DeMar DeRozan and some trades that can benefit us, like a Brook Lopez, a Jeremy Grant, or you never know, maybe Marketing could be a potential trade target for the Lakers. But they have to do that for sure going into this. Continuing going into this free agency and the third day of free agency, which is still baffles me that the Lakers haven't done anything yet. I mean, the Clippers did something, for God's sake. So it's just, and they're not even a good team at this particular moment. So it's just boggles the mind. It really is. Uh, Zach LaVine, I personally don't want Zach LaVine because of his contract. I mean, he's a great talent and all. I think he will fit very well with this Lakers team, especially next to LeBron. His shooting, his scoring will be very helpful for this Lakers team. But at the same time, his contract really kills me. I mean, you have to stack up a lot of contracts to just get Zach LaVine. I mean, he's making $45 million per year. And so, he's on a 3-year remaining on his contract. So you have to pay this guy 45, and plus he's injured prone. So, that's also another situation there. I like Zach LaVine, but his contract just really kills me when it comes down to it. So personally, Lakers should really avoid that unless he is waived. If he is waived, maybe you can sign him in free agency. But that's not going to happen. I mean, the Bulls are not going to pay a guy annually just for waiving him, just to get him off the roster. I mean, he's a good talent. You don't want to waste that type of talent to go somewhere else. So in my opinion, Zach LaVine. He's not on my list, but anything can happen. But at the same time, I don't want the Lakers to waste all their assets or their, their contracts. The players that we have that I think is pretty solid for us, like Rui Hachimura, all that. I mean, I think that's just a bit too much to get Zach LaVine, in my opinion. Let's read some more here from Mark. If they're offering DeRozan to a year, that's not a good move to try to recruit him. I think he's the best talent remaining on the market. I think they were plying on your Laker. Yeah, they will come to us. Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, at this particular moment, um, if you're offering him that much, I mean, that is a low blow for sure. I mean, he's probably that's what he even said. I mean, going into this free agency, he wants to see what's out there for him, and he wants to see how Klay gets his contract and stuff like that. So with that, I believe he's what he saw from the Lakers. He's kind of saying, "Oh, maybe they'll offer me that." So at this point, I don't think the Lakers are going to offer him that much. At best, they're just going to probably offer him a taxpayer bid level, which I don't think he will accept, in my opinion. But it'd be nice if he does, because that's just giving his favorite team growing up in Compton, a discount. I mean, that's the whole aspect that I'm hoping that he will do, because he was a Laker, he's a Kobe fan. I mean, that type of thing. So, in my opinion, in that particular situation, Rob Pelinka has to just have to go back and talk to DeMar and say, you know what, fine, we'll give you a full level exception. I don't know how much he wants to get. Maybe a 3 year, 40 million or something. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm just speculating right now. I'm not sure how much the Lakers have to give out for LeBron to improve for the pay cut, but all I know is LeBron wants DeMar DeRozan too. I mean, it was not just Klay Thompson, James Harden, and um, Valanciunas, which I'm surprised Valanciunas went to Washington. I'm not sure. Maybe he just didn't want the pressure of being a Laker being added on. I mean, whatever it is, uh, I don't want to say it was the Rob Pelinka missed the ball on that one, because I think it was like what, day one or day two, that he right away signed with the Washington Wizards, who are going nowhere, by the way. So it's just, what's the aspect of that? But it is what it is. I personally thought that he was going to get a veteran minimum or a taxpayer mid level around 5 million. So I don't know. But anyway, but to answer your question, Mark, yeah, I mean, that's probably, if they did offer him a 1 year deal. I mean, I think that's a low blow for sure, and that's bad recruitment for sure. But at the same time, um, you have to really see what's his value is really out there. I mean, he's not up there on the level of Klay Thompson, so that's why maybe the Lakers offered Klay a 4 year, 80 million. But it's just, when you really think about it, sure, it's Klay, but also DeMar DeRozan can't score for you and can really handle his own of being like, maybe he's fit his role on the team. Maybe he could be a third or second option for this Lakers team. So it's just, still, Rob Pelinka just has to go all in on DeMar DeRozan at this point, because that's how you really improve this Lakers team, is to get a star player who is, just a couple of years ago, was in the All Stars, and after most people were rejecting him, so and not giving him his worth. So it's just, you know Rob Pelinka just has to do his homework. I mean, he has to really get this done for sure, and my hope is that he gets it done very, very soon. So hopefully it happens. CJ McCollum, yeah, it's not happening. He's staying in New Orleans. And they're building a culture there. So especially with DeJounte Murray being there, so he's going to be the shooting guard, starting lineup for them for sure. But yeah, he will help for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about it. But at the same time, you really have to find some realistic moves. And I don't think the New Orleans Pelicans are going to trade the Lakers again. So that's just out of the question at this particular moment. So yeah, I just don't see it happening. Mark, people are being polite, patient, and then they are passive of the free agency. They need to be a bit aggressive. Only positive this offseason are the Dalton and Max contract. Yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, I at this moment, I really don't want this Lakers team to run this back. I mean, they were not so great, this season. I mean, maybe JJ Redick will make something happen. Maybe some things will change when it comes to his coaching style compared to Darvin's. But at the same time, um, he really, this Lakers team really needs to improve. And my hope is that they don't wait until the trade deadline because I personally think that this the Lakers won't compete so well going into this NBA season. I mean, they're not going to be a good team. At best, it could probably be like the eighth seed, maybe the ninth seed, in the play-in category. So my hope is that the Lakers just Rob Pelinka really have to get his act together, make some moves to improve the team, either trade or gain DeMar DeRozan or anything. I mean, if DeMar DeRozan doesn't come, I mean, what's the next best option in free agency? Buddy Hield? I don't know, Miles Bridges, who it would be nice to have, but at the same time, he has his baggage. So, um, that's somebody that the Lakers have to really cautious of getting him because he's still dealing with the whole situation with the courts and everything when it comes to the domestic violence that he did a couple of years ago. So um, it's under the Lakers' radar for sure if that continues to be a problem for him. So, uh, but yeah, I mean, being patient for sure, but at the same time, I mean, it's the third day of free agency and nothing has happened yet. And out of all the teams, the Clippers, who have no chance of winning going into next season or being competitive in the Western Conference, they lose Paul George, and yet they're making moves. I mean, they just got Mo Bamba, who I don't really understand the I mean, maybe he'll be a starter, but I don't know. But it's just, I mean, they're making moves, they're making signings, and the fact that nothing has happened yet, I mean, for the Lakers, it's just mind-boggling. But I'm putting out hope. I'm putting out hope that Rob Pelinka will make something happen, hopefully. So, but yeah, I mean, and also answering your other part, yeah, Dalton Connect was a steal of the draft, in my opinion. And I made a whole video or went actually live. Actually, no, I made a video and I also went live for that. So go check that out. I gave my thoughts and opinions about that. He's a steal of the draft and he will work wonders with this Lakers team, especially coming off the bench, bringing the shooting, shot 39% in Tennessee. So that's obviously a plus on that when it comes down to that type of trade. And he can also give you 20. He shot around 22, 22 points per game. And, also I think he brings scoring as well to the table for the Lakers. He's a great offensive guy, not great on defense, but, I heard that there was like a good comparison for him. He can be our next Klay Thompson, it's, but except for the defensive side, you know, we have our Klay Thompson. That is Dalton Connect. And Max, you have to bring him back. Bringing back Max Christie was also a good move for the Lakers when it came down to that. So, I'm glad he's back. I'm glad he's back. But at the same time, I mean, that's the only move you made. Just saying, you have to really go out there and really go after the top stars and really prove this team. So, my hope is that Rob Pelinka really gets his act together, get some signees in play, get DeMar DeRozan. I mean, get some trades going, trade away some players so we can add some more depth or add some more moves in free agency just to clear off some roster spots. So that's my hope. So Come on, Rob, get your act together because your job is on the line. I mean, we don't want to fire you and get somebody better than you in Bob Myers because I like Bob Myers. I mean, the fact that he really changed the culture with the Warriors. I mean, I think if anything, it is a good situation when it comes down to it for what the Lakers can do if you want to replace Rob Pelinka and because his job is on the line, you know, when it comes down to it. So if they can pull Grant and Robert Williams, that'll be great. Yeah, I mean that's the idea out there for certain trades. I think they'll be a great fit for this Lakers team. Jeremy Grant will bring a lot of shooting to the table for the Lakers. He can play multiple positions as a guy who can play shooting guard and power forward when it comes down to it. And then you have Robert Williams, who's a great defensive player. He it's kind of for me. Just lately, saw a stat of his. He's not like the best. I don't want to say scorer for anything because he's not great on offense. But when it comes to defense, he's amazing for the Lakers if he joins for the defensive side of the ball. So, but yeah, I mean, you're getting some really good players coming your way if the Lakers do this trade. So but once again, and I go back to what I said previously in my live streams, was that this is the first time ever the Lakers will make a trade with the Portland Trailblazers. So first trade ever. They never made a trade with one another before. So uh, if the Blazers fleece the Lakers, hopefully Rob Pelinka does not get fooled by them. So hopefully the right trade is in play and Lakers don't get fleeced and they just get the right players to come to LA. So that's my hope. And on top of that, if you get DeMar DeRozan, I'm telling you right now, the Lakers will be like fourth, fifth best team in the Western Conference. I mean, you improve your odds after making this type of trade and getting DeMar DeRozan and maybe adding on some pieces going to free agency as well. I mean, uh, you can't have enough wing players. I think adding on also Buddy Hield will be also great for the Los Angeles Lakers, and because of the history of Rob Pelinka being his agent as well, I think it will also help as well. So for Buddy Hield to come to LA, but the fact that he's still available, I think Lakers can get him on a veteran minimum, so that could be a possibility. So just saying, but yeah, Grant and Robert Williams, will be a great fit for this Lakers team for sure. Okay, from Nathaniel, I'm a diehard Laker, diehard fan for both Los Angeles Lakers and the New Orleans Pelicans. Sorry, New Orleans. Sorry, guys. My mind is jambled right now. My apologies. Los Angeles Lakers and the New England Patriots. I hope that's okay. You're fine. I mean, we are all. Hey, I'm a Denver Broncos fan. Okay, when I was growing up, I grew up the LA Rams were not around when I was growing up. Okay, they went away and went to St. Louis. And since then, I've been a Lakers fan and a Denver Broncos fan. I grew up being an LA fan. Terrell Davis, Shannon Sharp, who he's doing great with the uh, as a fan perspective, big fan of his. And in late since then, Peyton Manning, Demarius Thomas. I mean, God rest his soul. And Von Miller. I mean, we had a really good team, and I'm a fan of the Denver Broncos. I mean, being a Lakers fan, growing up in Denver. I mean, it kind of sucked, but at the same time, I mean, championships wins all when it comes to any team in Denver. So, but I root for the Denver Broncos. So you're not alone. I mean, you're welcome here. So, and every single one of you who are Laker fans but root for a different team on another league level, you guys are welcome because I'm a Denver Broncos fan. I mean, when it comes to baseball, I'm a Dodgers fan, but lately, or actually no, I'm a Dodgers fan. I mean, the Rockies for me they have not been a great franchise. So And then when it comes to hockey, I'm a Mavs fan. No, sorry, not Mavs, Avs fans. Okay, Colorado Avalanche fan. So they kind of grew to me because I went to my first hockey game, and that was the Colorado Avalanche. So, but yeah, I mean, you're not alone. Okay, diehard Laker fan. I'm a diehard Laker fan. I'm a Broncos fan. You're a Patriots fan. So you're we have a rivalry, but at the same time, I mean, it's because of the same division. But it is what it is. So you're welcome. You're welcome here, Nathaniel. No doubt about it. Daniel, welcome to the live stream. Really appreciate you joining. Uh, can we fire Rob Pelinka? No one will come to us. Yeah, I mean, he's just having a bad start. I hate it too. Hopefully, he does something in this third day of free agency. As I mentioned, I mean, I really hope that he gets his act together because his job is on the line. And if he doesn't get anything done, like getting DeMar DeRozan to LA and making a trade for either Brooke Lopez or maybe Jeremy Grant and also Robert Williams or Lauri Markkinen, if you can get him, you're redeemed. You're redeemed for sure if you make those type of moves and just add on some key pieces to this Lakers roster so we can be competitive in the Western Conference. I mean, going into next season, if we're not a playoff team around the fifth seed, the fourth seed, I mean, I'm tired of going into the play-in. I want to be secured in a playoff spot so we can have some energy going into the postseason and LeBron being 100% healthy, Anthony Davis being 100% healthy. If we're a team that's a playoff team, legit playoff team instead of a play-in team, I mean, your job is good, Rob. Your job is safe. But if nothing happens and we continue to fail and we lose games because of your bad decisions and not going after player A, player B, when the rumors are out there for you, I mean, my hope is that he just gets his act together and makes something happen because, it's just not looking good for him right now. And lots of talks of Bob Myers being the good replacement for him um, will start to emerge very soon. So, it's not out of the question, but if he just continues to do what he's doing right now, it's just more evidence that he will get fired at the end of the season. So, because they won't fire him in the off season right now or mid season, they're going to probably do it next season for sure because it's just not looking good. And getting Bob Myers will be a smart move for Jeannie Buss and his Lakers organization. So, yeah, your job is on the line, Rob. Make something happen. Mark, yeah, LaVine's skill set is great, but his contract is the biggest downside. Yeah, I mean that's what every Laker fan, including myself, I mean that's what we obviously think. All of us are thinking this. He's a great talent. He can fit well with this Lakers team, especially next to LeBron, bringing shooting, bringing scoring. I mean the list goes on. But the two problems is his contract and also his health. He hasn't been healthy. That's why you see him multiple times every single year that he's in trade rumors and offers go left and right and turn downs here and there. It's because his health. His health is just not good for any team that wants to bring him in. I mean, they probably will give up as much as they want just to get him, but at the same time, you have to look at the aspects of his career because of his health. He's always been injured, so that's the idea going into these type of trades. He's a great talent. I love his skills. He'll be great for this Lakers team, shooting, scoring, all that. But his contract is what really killed me. He's making $40 million per year for the next 3 years. What if he continues to get injured every chance that he gets, and it just doesn't work out? So you give up all your assets, you give up all your players just to get one guy that will try to stay healthy as much as he can, and just you know we had still have to end up paying him $40 million just to play a couple of games for us. So that also played a big role in that as well. His health and his contract. If his contract did not play a big role, sure, we'll bring him in and maybe sign somebody that would be a solid backup for him. So Buddy Hield maybe, if the Lakers go that route and trade. But his contract is the number one reason why that I don't want to make a trade for him. So. Ghetto Rabbit, welcome to the live stream. I'm not upset by the guy who went 0 of 10 in the closeout game and had an ACL and an Achilles rupture, not joining the team. Klay lost more than a step. Yeah, I mean, that also played a big reason why maybe he didn't join the Lakers, because there's going to be a lot of expectations around him to play his best basketball in LA. So, if anything, I really think that Lakers really um, are kind of safe right now. Why of not getting him now? That's why I think DeMar DeRozan, because he's available, available in a sense that he doesn't get injured, and the fact that he can still score for you, when it comes to scoring around 22, 25 points per game. He can really contribute and carry the load off of LeBron James when it comes to scoring. So my hope is that Rob Pelinka tries to bring him in, and hopefully he does, because he's the right fit for us, in my opinion. I mean, better fit than Russell Westbrook was. I mean, a couple of years ago he was in play, but then Rob Pelinka decided to get Russell Westbrook. And then we saw how that happened. We gave up so many assets. We gave up Kyle Kuzma. I mean, the list goes on. I mean, assets. It was a bad year for the Lakers. And in that particular year, we brought in some oldies and became the worst team. We didn't even make the playoffs. And it was a bad year. But, with that, we can make the wrong. Hopefully we can bring in DeMar DeRozan. He can bring scoring for us once again. And the fit will fit perfectly. And now we can just move on from Klay Thompson. Hopefully he has some success with the Mavs. So I don't know. Hopefully. Let's read some more comments here. Really do appreciate all of you joining. Thank you so much. From Mark, West becomes harder after recent moves. Yeah, I mean, the Pelicans really improved when it came to DeJounte Murray. The Clippers, I mean, no, not the Clippers. I mean, they made some key moves here and there, but it's just you missed out you lost your biggest guy, and that is Paul George. So you obviously are not in the best situation in the Western Conference. So I think Lakers move up in that category, maybe being at best the 8th, the 9th seed where the current roster is right now. But if you add on DeMar DeRozan, if you get maybe Brook Lopez or Jeremy Grant, or Lauri Markkanen, which I think is a long shot. That's I keep bringing him up because I think it's a possibility the Lakers can get him, but you never know. I mean, things may be different for the Lakers when it comes to getting him or not, because you have to probably give the Jazz a lot of assets to get him, but it's worth it. It's worth it because you're getting Markkanen who can score, who can shoot, and it can also defend as well. I mean, you're bringing a really good piece to your Lakers roster. Okay, so get Lauri Markkanen, because he'll be a good fit for them when it comes down to it. So hopefully it happens. But if it doesn't, get Brook Lopez. He's a great defender. He can shoot. Can be a solid guy for you when it comes to the center position, and he can pair well with Anthony Davis. So get him. Get DeMar DeRozan. If that's a possibility. So let's just hope for that. Because we really need to improve this roster, especially our depth. Okay, the depth that we have right now is not going to work. It's not. So, hopefully the Lakers make a big trade so we can go into free agency and add some more pieces to the table. So, that's my hope for sure. But without a doubt, the West is going to be very aggressive for sure now, especially with New Orleans coming to the rise of it. And I'm probably missing some other team that made some improvements, but I can't really think of one on the top of my head. trying to think. Um, I don't want to say the Warriors because the Warriors didn't do anything. Um, but anyway, you know, it's getting aggressive. It's getting aggressive for sure. Also from Mark, there is a presser today, right? So I think they will announce that soon. Rob Pelinka will be uh, bomb rush. Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's going to get a lot of questions at the presser when introducing our draftees in Dalton Connect and Bronny James. So there's going to be a lot of questions coming in his way, and you never know. I mean, maybe during that time maybe a trade is in the works, or maybe a signee is in the works. Okay, maybe he'll make a surprising moment. But if nothing happens, he's going to bring up the situation, and he's going to be asked that. But you never know. Maybe he'll pivot it and say, "I don't want to answer some free agency questions right now." And that's a possibility that he will potentially do. I mean, he's going to say, all our focus right now is on the draft fees and all that. So that's what he did with JJ, because during the conversations they brought up the Dan Hurley situation, and Rob Pelinka was quickly to say, this is not about what we did in the past. This is about JJ Redick and all that. So, and surprisingly, JJ Redick answered the question. So, to answer for Rob. So, but for sure, he's going to get a lot of answers coming his way, and the conversations and all that. And yeah, he's going to get bum rushed with a lot of questions for sure. But hopefully, something will happen, after the fact. So, without a doubt, he's going to get asked a lot of questions. He's going to get a lot of questions about it, and it's just he may answer it, he may not. He may pivot to just focus on our draftees, because that's where it's going to be really what matters most. Because the questioning for our draftees in Dalton Connect and Bronny James. So that's the hope right now. I mean, that's the whole presser that I'm going to see potentially happen. And he's probably going to bring up the CBA rules, and it's hard to make a trades and all that. That's what he did in the presser for JJ Redick. He brought up that, which is just a bad question there. I mean, or bad answer for Rob Pelinka when it came down to that. Uh, so yeah, I mean, for sure, I really think that potentially uh, that's going to happen at the presser. But my hope is that Rob Pelinka has something in play during the presser, or maybe after the presser, that right away he'll make a trade for Jeremy Grant, or maybe Markkinen, or maybe Brooke Lopez, and then go signs DeMar DeRozan, and all that. But if nothing happens, I mean, Plan C could be Buddy Hield, could be some key pieces here and there, maybe a Miles Bridges, who I still think that he will stay with the Charlotte Hornets, but you never know. Clutch Sports connection, you never know. He could potentially, just sign with the Lakers on a 1-year deal. I mean, I'm not sure. It's still out there for the Lakers to make some improvements, but number one priority is to make a trade to make some rooms off of your roster, because right now Lakers have 14 players on their roster. So that's including the draftees. Okay, no Spencer Dinwiddie, no Torian Prince. They're off the team. So we just have to wait and see. We have to wait and see about that. So what will happen? Because it's the third day. Maybe something will happen, but we just have to wait and see. So yeah, guys. I mean, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Should the Lakers? What should Lakers do? I said what I had to say. It's the third day of free agency. Maybe something will happen, but we just have to wait and see about that. So I really do appreciate all of you for joining me on this live stream. I really want to thank Mark, Daniel, Ghetto Rabbit, and also Nathaniel for your guys' comments about your concerns about the Lakers and all that. I really appreciate all your love, support you guys have shown me all across social media, and of course, all of you for watching as well. Please follow me all across social media: Facebook, Instagram, X. I'm also on TikTok and Threads as well. Oh, there's some more comments coming in. Sorry, I didn't see all these comments. Sorry, guys. Where did it stop at? Okay, there we go. Hopefully, we get a breaking news while. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, guys. I didn't see these comments here. My apologies. Hopefully, we'll get a breaking news while live. Yeah, I mean, it would be nice, right? I mean, I just got notifications actually going into this live stream was that the Lakers are eyeing Alvin Gentry for the assistant role for JJ. So other than that, that's not big news. So other than that, we're probably not going to get anything in this live stream because I really went further than what I wanted to. But I love the conversations we had on here. So I probably will end it in like maybe in 5 minutes. I really want to answer some of you guys' questions. So, and you guys are really putting out some really good questions on here. Uh, so yeah, I mean, I want to answer some more questions before I end this. So I really appreciate all of you for joining me. So yeah, I mean, Nathaniel, I'm a Yankees fan of baseball. Okay, that's nice. I mean, they're a good franchise, but Dodgers all day. That's me. So from Ghetto Rabbit, trade talks with Nets and Blazers and Jazz, according to Yohabuha. Oh, okay. So if that is happening, then maybe the Lakers for Jeremy Grant and all of them are out of the question. So once again, another failed attempt for Rob Pelinka if that is the case. So yeah, for sure his job is on the line if that potentially happens. So I mean, I'm not seeing any updates about that, but if it is true, then yeah, this is a bad situation for Rob right now. So I mean, the only hope now is DeMar DeRozan to join the Lakers. So that's the only route, and maybe making a trade for Brooke Lopez or something. So if that is the possibility, so and marketing, if none of those happens, get marketing because he'll be a great fit for this Lakers team, and he'll help us win for sure when it comes down to it. So it sucks. I mean, if that is the case, but you never know. I mean, maybe Rob Pelinka will swoop in and say, "Hey, how about this trade?" Maybe they'll agree or not, but we just have to wait and see. From Daniel, yeah, okay. Mitchell got a 3-year deal, 150 million. Everyone else willing to give the bag. Yeah, I mean, I was kind of surprised that he got it, wanted the extension, but I'm surprised that he is back with the Cleveland Cavaliers. If anything, I thought he was going to wait another year, maybe potentially to do something, but it is what it is. I mean, I guess the Lakers are at the spider the spider sweepstakes. So it is what it is. From Daniel as well, Rob Pelinka needs to get I think LaVine better fit. Uh, Great fit. I agree. I love his skill set. He's amazing. Can score, can shoot. But his contract, once again, his contract is what's killing me. I just don't like his contract. I really don't. And Mark, you put it right here. If yeah, if LaVine's salary is around 25 to 30 million, yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure. We would trade for him in a heartbeat if he was making that rate, but he's making 40 million. That's what's killing me. I am not going to do that. And plus, he is injured prone. The guy is injured prone. Okay, he every time he steps on the floor, something happens. Okay, he plays 5 games and then something happens. I mean, it's not like Anthony Davis who can play up to 30 games and then somehow gets injured at the 31 games and then 31 game and then he is out for 3 weeks or 4 weeks. Okay, and then he comes back. I mean, it's not like that. But for some reason, he gets injured. He gets injured, and it's just craziness. So, absolutely, Mark, you put it out there, man. Yeah, if he was making 25, 35 million, yeah, I will make a trade with him in a heartbeat. But it's just 40 million per year for the next 3 years. He's making 40 million. I mean, you really have to give a slap to the Chicago Bulls for making this type of deal with him. it's just ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. So, uh, craziness. Uh, uh, yeah. Let's see here. Maybe the father-son duo marking merchandise, yeah, for sure, off the serious NBA players. Yeah, I mean that's the whole idea now going to this next season. I mean their box office, that's the box office attraction when it comes to the Lakers is that you have a first-time father-son duo. I mean the whole world reacted when they drafted Bronny. We're going to see a first time in a generation in the on the NBA level, a father and son duo in basketball, and that's going to be box office for sure. They're going to get a lot of endorsements. They're going to get a lot of commercials. I mean, everything, merchandise, everything. That's going to potentially happen, and I really can't wait for that because I'm really looking forward to it. So, because from a basketball fan perspective, I can't wait to see that, especially LeBron. I mean, greatest player of all time. You get to have opportunity to play with your son. I mean, if it was someone else, I think not a lot of press will happen around that. But this is LeBron James here, so for sure he's going to get a lot of attraction because of that, for sure. Uh, Ghetto Rabbit. Klay turns 35 mid-season too. Yeah, that's also another thing. But at the same time, DeMar DeRozan is 35 years old too. So, he's up there in age. But at the same time, he can still give you scoring. He can still give you effort when it comes down to it. So the better fit for me is DeMar DeRozan. But it would have been nice if we had Klay. But at the same time, what you brought up, Get a Rabbit, is that his shooting is also, his shooting in the last game of the season or when he got benched as well also kind of played a big role. Plus, his Achilles rupture, and plus he got an ACL injury, and he was out for almost 2 seasons because of that. I mean, that can also play a big role of him leaving the Warriors too, and also maybe he would not live up to the expectations and the hype going into to the Lakers. And there's a lot of expectations when you're a Laker fan. So maybe he just didn't want that. And maybe most of the teams and most of the players just don't want to come to the Lakers because of that. Maybe that's also a main reason why. I mean, it's win or bust for you, and you're judged of who you are when you join the Lakers. I mean, look at Darvin Ham. He was judged every single game, and he hated that. And you probably just don't know Lakers fan base. I mean, you are criticized every chance that you get, and that's the whole part. And maybe the players just don't want that. So my hope is that he just, you know, that players just really, you know, realize where you're coming to. You're going to get a lot of fame. You're going to get a lot of criticism. You're going to get a lot of appreciation if you win, and when you lose, you're going to get a lot of criticism. So You know, maybe Klay just didn't want that. But DeMar DeRozan, he may want that. He may want the fame. He want because he's a great player for sure. So goodbye, Lakers forever, no matter what. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we're all Laker fans at the end of the day, no matter what moves Rob Pelinka makes, for sure. Mark, I appreciate this. Well, to vet out as well. Yeah. I mean, that's the whole part of this live stream. I was vetting. I really just want something to happen for the Lakers this third day of free agency, and nothing has happened. Uh, the fact that the Clippers are making moves is just craziness, and they're not going to do anything when it comes to compete in the Western Conference. So at least the Lakers, they have Anthony Davis, they have LeBron James still on the team. They can compete with those guys. But if you add on just some key players like a DeMar DeRozan, will obviously be a good help for this Lakers team, and some other pieces for the depth and improving the roster in that particular area instead of going into what we have right now. It's just my hope is that the Lakers will make some improvements this off season. So either trade or free agency. So yeah. I appreciate you, Mark. Thank you so much for your comments. I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet, please subscribe. Show me the love and support. I really appreciate it. Kobe, do you think we will get DeMar? It's a possibility. He's still available out there. The fact that he hasn't signed anybody yet, he hasn't signed anywhere yet. I mean, it's just a hope for us that maybe he will join the Lakers. But I'll be, this is just like came to me right now, and I'll be pissed if he does it. If he decides to go to the Clippers, oh man, hatred for sure if DeMar goes to the Clippers. But hopefully it does not happen because I really want him to be a Laker. He grew up a Laker fan. He grew up with the fan being a Kobe fan. So he actually took his game to Kobe. I see a lot of Kobe. When it comes to scoring wise, out of DeMar DeRozan, in my opinion. So for sure. Daniel, I'd rather ship D'Lo to Atlanta for Trey, but yeah, they're not going to do it. Yeah, the Atlanta Hawks are not going to do it. So, and they want to keep, Trey, since they made the trade for DeJounte Murray, and the Atlanta Hawks are going to fleece the Lakers off of the assets, first round picks, just to get Trey. So and it's obviously his worth, but at the same time, they're going to fleece the Lakers because the fact that they made the trade with the Pelicans just for two players and I think second round picks, I believe, or maybe it was like no, sorry, two first round picks, but one of the first round picks was from the Lakers for 2025. So it's just craziness. It's just craziness. They only got two rotational players where they wanted Austin Reeves, and it was just crazy. It was just crazy that trade went down because of just pettiness and trying to fleece the Lakers. So, all right, guys, I'm probably just end this live stream. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate the comments that are coming in. Just real quick, I'll probably just read a couple here just to make things right for all of you who are joining me. And I just want to say thank you for every single one of you for joining me. I really appreciate it. Yeah, let's just read this comment here from Turbo. Welcome to the live stream. Lakers are a laughing stock now. I'm a Kobe fan, and if Kobe was alive, no way JJ Redick will be the head coach. I won't be rooting for the Lakers anymore. Till JJ is gone and James. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of anger, frustration of how things are going with the Lakers organization, without a doubt. I mean, JJ was not my first choice too, but he is our head coach. We have to root for our team, and I think Kobe, sure, will be, if he was alive, who for sure criticized the hiring because he didn't like JJ when he was in Team USA and all that. I get it. But at the same time, I'm a diehard Laker fan. I root for the Lakers when they win and when they lose. So, or not really when I root when they lose, but, it's just when it comes to the fan aspect and being them my favorite team. I mean, you have to stay on when it comes down to it. So I appreciate it, for sure. Peace to you. I get it. And then Rob, Kobe, where does Lamar go if he doesn't come to the Lakers? I mean, yeah, I said it. If that is the if it is the Clippers, then that is a disappointment for Rob if he does that. If DeMar does go to the Clippers, but if I had to choose, maybe the Warriors will be a possibility too. I mean, I'm not sure what other team that he will go to, but he is the top free agent, that's out there, and if he doesn't land with the Lakers, those are the two teams that could potentially be the target for him because they have needs for sure. So, okay, I'm seeing a lot of here. Yeah, okay, a lot of criticism. Okay, well, no, it is what it is. All right, so I really want to thank every single one of you for joining me on this live stream. Once again, I want to thank Turbo. I want to thank every single one of you for joining on this live stream. I really appreciate it. We went 1 hour and 10 minutes. That's the longest really that I ever been on YouTube for a live stream. And I want to thank every single one of you for it. I mean, really, truly. I mean, you guys are just an amazing audience on YouTube. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to ZSN on YouTube. I do more live streams than ever now, especially when it comes to the off season. So um, I probably do it every single morning now compared to my scheduling now. So, it is something that I hope to try to do more often. And because of this, I really like all the conversations that we had on here. I want to thank Mark. I want to thank Nathaniel, Daniel, and Ghetto Rabbit, and Turbo, and Kobe. Every single one of you. D, I'm sorry I didn't read your comments, but I had to really end this live stream because I had to get to work. So I really do appreciate every single one of you for joining me on this live stream. And if you haven't yet, please follow me all across social media: Facebook, Instagram, X. I'm also on TikTok and Threads. And just follow me, at ZSN_media, all over social media, X, all that. So I really appreciate it, guys. And I'll see you all in the next live stream and the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Go Lakers. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.